camper caravan show near Warsaw. This is a place called Nadajin. This is Benimar's Sport Up 340 motorhome overcab version. In fact, we'll have a look at the slope of the roof there. So it's more of a gentle slope down rather than a sudden bulge down like that, which we normally see. So that's a bit unusual. This thing here is going to cost around 48,000 euros, and it is length 676 Vysokosh, width 230. Vysokosh means height, so that's a mistake there, and height is 308 at its highest point. Now if you want to pack people into vans, probably this is the way to do it, because you've got one bed up there, access via a ladder, which I suspect isn't currently in the garage. And as we come to the back, bed number 2, and there's bed number 3. So, is this a 5-person van? Is it a 6-person van? Who knows? Right, so I think I'll start at the back here. Actually, look at that. You've got a wardrobe at the back. Now, I've got to point one thing out. Now, in Germany, for example, or most of Western Europe, motorhomes are, and North America, are bought by people who tend to be in retirement or near retirement or considering retirement or something of that nature. In Poland, as in Russia, for example, the age of purchasers is much lower. It's people largely in their 40s, so it is the idea of a family van as such is it's more common. You do see people with children far more often on campsites in this country than you do anywhere else, I would say, in Western Europe, except for maybe in Sicily. Used to get families coming down, but they come down for the weekend in rather old vans. That's from when I was actually living there. Okay, so here's the fridge. Quite standard stuff, this. And there's the bit that comes out at the bottom. Now, Benimar, Spanish, and it does tend to do things in Spanish colours, which are, or Mediterranean colours, which are white, and this makes it very bright inside. For some reason, the countries which need light the most, such as Scandinavia, Swedish vans are sort of all wood, dark colours inside, and Mediterranean are light colours inside. I don't quite understand why that should be, but that's the way it is. Right, now one of the problems you often get with this type of a roof is that the things up the top don't get used. One very good argument, of course, is height. Is that if you had something up here, it's hard to get to it. So that's why you put the lockers lower. Another thing I need to point out is that these things used to get, on the older vans, they get very stuffy in summer. You see you've got 2 windows up there, so that shouldn't be too much of a problem. Another thing up there, you've got space to put your stuff in at night, your telephones and all the rest of it. There's even there a USB to charge your phone at night. A little point here, something I learned recently, was that if you're using via a blue lamp, and that can prevent you entering REM sleep. Apparently, I did read this in a scientific paper, but can't give a link to it. But anyway, just a point there, I've now started using a red lamp if I leave the phone near where I am. The blue lamp goes to the front of the van. That can charge other things, such as the camera and the gimbal. Right, got some storage in the steps down there. Oh, I like that. The lady who does this, I think she does a very nice display of things. I want to make the point to its game that there's something for babies. Okay, right. I'll take you around the outside as much as I can because the way the vehicles are pushed together. When it says sport, I don't quite understand what it means by sport. Seems a bit odd to me. This here, up as well. What's that supposed to represent? Here they've got other versions. So tesoro, which in Italian means treasure. It can also mean the like use the word darling is used in English, in Italian. And they've got this other one called the Mileo, which doesn't really mean anything. At least not in a Latin language. Right, so whilst we're here, I'll show you one or two other vehicles. Just have a quick look at it. I won't spend too much time inside. So it's a Mileo 282. Ah, no, this is a more unusual layout. Bed up front. Here, coming towards the back, we've got a lounge. And actually, no, you've got a lounges and you've got the bed above, right? So the bed comes down at night, very sensible. Storage at the back. I think it's quite an unusual layout. Oh, I'd like to also point out, okay, a nice, the way that's been put up there, very, very attractive. Without any doubt, the lady who does this is the best in the business at doing it. And I get to see a lot of vans. Okay, we've also got this camper van here, which okay, is 51,500 for the van. You have a quick look inside. Again though, it's packing people in. You've got two double beds in a 6 by 2 camper van, 12 square meters, including the engine. So this is the Tesoro 463. Got what I call the German layout. Washroom. Shower. Tesoro 440. One thing I don't really want to start doing is comparison. I don't want to start comparing brands, but I think at the same time, if we go through a range like this, I think this is of use. You can get an idea through watching just one video what layouts you can actually get. There's a single bed above as well, so I don't know if that's going to be 2 or 3 bed van. There you got Mileo 294. Bed above me, but at the back, a queen bed. I've never actually taken one of these out. I think the television's meant to go in this thing here. Just have a quick look from the outside. This is the biggest one is this one here, Amphitryon 967. It's an integrated van. They've just started a factory for these integrated vehicles, so we'll have a quick look at it. But you can see this in another film because I did this in some more detail. I mean, one thing that stands out again is how light and bright it is inside. Tesoro 481. A friend of mine bought one of these. In fact, I spoke to him about having a tour of his van, though he changed some of the things inside. One thing he did was he made the seats lower, and must have been a huge amount of work for him as well, I'd have thought. He's a little bit shorter than I am, but not that much. I think we'll have a look at the toilet in here as well while we're here. So there you have the Benimar range, more or less. Oh, we'll have a look in this one here, Tesoro.
Please, 484.
484, 486, 496.
Yeah.
I'm going to do all these in more detail in individual films. I'll try and do a commentary, but commentaries are very much dependent on background noise, so please understand that when people write and say, "Oh, don't want music on, music's unnecessary." Well, that's not the case. It is. I've got potential problems with copyright, and Over 4,000 videos up, 1 million views a month. I can't take risks like that. Oh, and 442. We didn't go in this one here, so we'll do that right now. This thing here looking at 50,000 euros almost. Wardrobe here. So coming back now to where I started off from, this one here. I hope you found that of interest. If you did, then please do subscribe. Write a comment below. We're gonna have some competitions we've got coming up, which I'm quite pleased to do. Some nice prizes. And one other thing. Oh yes, if you get any benefit, do please consider giving me some support on Patreon. I'd be very grateful for that. Thanks very much for watching.